What's up, YouTube? It's your otaku tour guide here. Um, Happy Batman Day. I know I put out a video yesterday going over my, Batman comics, and I spoke to why I love Batman, how I got into Batman, and I went to Milky Comics today and overheard that Russ is preparing his Peach Momoko. So he's actually Russ. You know him as the comic sensei on Comic Tom 101, and I think Russ's Milky Comics is my LCS. I'm just gonna state it as a fact. It's where I'm gonna go to get the Batman Spawn when it comes out. Try to get as many variant covers of that we're looking for as we can. So we gotta do a little bit of saving up, money saving for that. Now I already told you I'm going to Tacoma to pick up some comics. That's gonna take a little big chunk out of my budget, so we need to kind of look to December and kind of just not pick up books for a while. I mean, we'll pick up books at half price books. Again, like if we run into Major Keys for half a cover, or you know uh, like a good bargain or discount, we'll pick them up. But for the most part, we want to just stay away from spending a lot on books, because that December haul, I anticipate it's going to be a McFarlane cover, Capullo cover, and then a Jim Lee cover. So that's $3, or sorry, three comics, at least three comics. We're eyeing at least three comics, and possibly more, because there could be multiple Jim Lee variants, there could be multiple Capullo variants, there could be multiple McFarlane variants, there could even be a Peach Momoko variant. We're going to try to pick up a David Nakayama, a John Boy Myers variant. We're going to try to pick up who else? I guess an Art Germ variant. Yeah, we'll try to pick up those, and it should be so. Like, if there's 3 to 5 comics, Batman Spawn is probably going to be around $4.99 cover. If it were up to Todd, I know Todd sells his Spawn for like $7.99, $8.99. So that's expensive. $9 times 5 is like $45. So it's quite. If it ends up being that high, we may not be able to pick all of them up. I'm hoping to at least pick up 3. So 27 is a little bit more reasonable. I'm hoping it's $4.99, because 5 times 5 would just be 25. So that's kind of where we're eyeing in terms of the budget, around $25 to $30. I'm hoping they keep the price low. If they're gonna do it for the fans, they really should not jack up the cover price on that one, but we'll see. But yeah, we went to Mill Geek. I picked up 5 comics. Spent $250 on 5 comics. We just picked some books out of the 50-cent bins, and I'll share what those books are in a future haul video. Once I get those books from Tacoma, I've amassed a small little haul here. It'll be a sizable haul. Right now, it'll probably be over 10 books. So that's something I'm just gonna, once we get those comics from Tacoma, I may just have them shipped. I was planning to go pick them up, but with gas being what it is, and just having to spend a whole entire day out there to pick them up, it might be just easier to pay the $5 or whatever for shipping and have it mailed to me. So I'm kind of going over that scenario. But either way, we're gonna get those comics. Those comics are the ones that one is really key that we're wanting to add. Two, I do have two versions of those. One should be higher grade, one should be lower grade, but again, it doesn't matter. It's a great price. I'm not going to pass up that comic on that price. So we'll go over that when we get to it. So just keep your eyes out for that. I'll get to it when I get to it. So let's go over the Batman Day comics that I picked up. Now, there weren't many offerings. These are all free items, by the way. And what's important to remember about Batman Day is it's a celebration of Batman. So there's not always going to be free Batman comics on Batman Day. But this year there are. So we weren't planning to go to Mill Geek, but we went specifically for the free comics. And again, I picked up 5 books. I just dug through the bins real quick and kind of picked out some Jim Lee books that I had in the wings. And again, I'm going to cover that part of the haul in a future video. We're just going to cover the free books that I picked up on Batman Day. And DC issued 2 free comic books, but there was another thing DC issued I saw today, and it was a cover pickup, essentially just pure cover pickup, and I was so stoked on social media when I saw the creators post on the announcement. And I'm sure we're talking about Batman, so I'm sure if you're keeping up with things, you know who I'm referring to. So let's start here. We picked up this one here. I'm assuming that's the Funko Pop design. And this is Batman's Mystery Casebook. It's a special edition. Again, it says includes a chapter of the graphic novel. It looks like it's just a fun, has puzzles and solve these mysteries. So it's one of those I don't know what you'd call it, choose your own adventure, solve your own adventure type mystery comics. Looks like a fun kid type comic book, which is cool. Yeah, for the kids, for the kiddos, for the big kiddos like me. So we picked up a copy of that, and then we picked up a copy of course, the second comic book that was made free, and that's a beautiful. Now we don't have this issue, this cover. We have the cover, but it's a reprint of Hush, the first, I think, 2 issues of Hush, and it has this cover. We picked that one up for 50 cents recently. I think I covered it in my video. And this one's free. And I actually like this one, this cover, because it has a little Batman Day there in the corner. So I think that's just cool. This is a classic story by Jeff Loeb, and a run with, of course, the legendary Jim Lee. And this is just a reprint of Batman 608 with this great variant cover there. And yeah, free comic. So the last thing we picked up, this is also free. It wasn't necessarily there for Batman Day, but it definitely is celebration of the day. DC Connect. This is the sort of the previews edition for DC Publishing. It's basically, it's soliciting comics on sale in November. And look what's coming in November. Is that focusing? Why is my camera not on? There it goes. It's Marc Silvestri's Batman. And so Marc Silvestri, written and drawn by Marc Silvestri, 7 issues starting November 2022. Now, this puts me in quite a dilemma. I'm having to save up for that, McFarlane, but I want this book. But when this book comes out, it'll because it's a Black Label book. Black Label books are almost always, they're almost always like above $5. I think they're like $8.99 for the Black Label books. Maybe $9.99, something like that. So I mean, it's just one issue. We may just pick it up, that one issue, but I'm anticipating these books will be plentiful, and so we'll be able to pick it up probably for again, hopefully it'll turn up in the half price books or something for half off. So that's what we're hoping. So I want the book because I love Marc Silvestri. He's one of my top 10. He's in my top 10 favorite artists, and this is when we saw this announcement, he made this announcement on social media, and I don't know if it's this cover, but it was like original artwork that he said this is coming out. I kind of just went, oh my goodness. So it was when the McFarlane announcement with Batman Spawn came out, it was that kind of raw reaction, no effing way. And it's nice to see. So as you know, Marc Silvestri, he penciled X Factor, he penciled Conan, he penciled various things at Marvel. But mainly he did a stretch of X-Men, and just, he kind of started around the same time, McFarlane and Jim Lee. These guys were kind of the new kids on the block, and we just didn't get a chance to see Silvestri do more outside of X-Men. It would have been nice to see him do more characters, more covers at Marvel. And then we saw him do an incredible run at Image. Most of his stuff was with Cyberforce, but he did a lot of he did Spawn, he did a lot of Image stuff, which is great. But it would have been nice to see him do some a Batman or Spider-Man, or just something, right? And that's what we're getting now. We're getting these Image guys back into they're coming back to DC. I think partly because Jim's there, maybe Jim's facilitating. He has a relationship with these guys, and he's saying, hey, you guys, you want to do Batman? Sure. Todd, you want to do Batman? Sure. So they're all getting a chance to do Batman, which I think it speaks to their larger legacy. You want to see these legends do big books like this, right? That kind of just solidifies your career. You don't want to be this legendary artist that everybody loves and never have worked on a beloved character like Batman. So kudos to DC and Mark for kind of coming together and making this project possible, because this 7-issue run of Silvestri's Batman is going to be epic. Epic. I don't know anybody in my circle that isn't excited about this. I know you guys out there are very excited about this. So, yeah. And okay, so this is a free preview comic, but look at that cover, man. Oh man, this is something I would have bought, to be honest, but to get it free is awesome. I mean, again, this is not the comic itself, but it just feels like, okay, even if I don't get the first issue, I'm fine. I have this cover, and we can pick up that book when we run across it for, a reasonable, not for cover price, but for lower. So that's it. Short haul video. Again, thanks for watching, and enjoy your weekend. Happy Batman Day.